Chapter 1: The History of Computing. Chapter Overview. Introduction. History of computer hardware. Generation of computers. History of computer software. Introduction. The historical foundation of computing goes a long way towards explaining why computing systems today are designed as they are. In this chapter, we shall learn about the history of computing hardware and software separately because each has its own impact on how computing systems evolved and came into use. History of computer hardware. The devices that assist humans in various forms of computation have their roots in the ancient past and have continued to evolve throughout the present day. Let's take a brief tour through the history of computing hardware. Early history. There are numerous instances of inventions in the field of computing or calculating machines which gave birth to modern computers. Abacus. The abacus, which appeared in the 16th century BC, was developed as an instrument to record numeric values and on which a man can perform basic arithmetic calculations. Pascaline. In the middle of the 17th century, Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, built and sold gear-driven mechanical machines, which performed whole number addition and subtraction. Leibniz's calculating machine. Later in the 17th century, a German mathematician, Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz, built the first mechanical device designed to do all four whole number operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Jacquard loom. In the late 18th century, Joseph Jacquard developed Jacquard's loom, used for weaving cloth. The loom used a series of cards with holes punched in them to specify the use of specific colored thread and thereby dictate the design that is woven into the cloth. Analytical engine. In the 19th century, a British mathematician, Charles Babbage, designed a computing machine called analytical engine. His computer had included many of the important components of today's computers. Babbage was the first to include a memory so that intermediate values did not have to be re-entered. Hermann Hollerith tabulating machine. During the later part of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, Dr. Hermann Hollerith developed the first electromechanical tabulator, which read information from a punched card. Turing machine. Alan M. Turing, another British mathematician, invented an abstract mathematical model called a Turing machine, laying the foundation for a major area of computing theory. The most prestigious award given in computer science is the Turing Award, named after Alan Turing. Harvard Mark I and ENIAC. Mark I was developed History of computer software. The hardware of a computer can be turned on but does nothing until it is directed to do so by the programs called computer software. It is very important to know how software was evolved and how it works in a computer system. Let's study. First generation software, 1951 to 1959. In machine language, each instruction is written in the form of a long string of zeros and ones. A program written in machine language runs very fast on the computer because no translation is required. But these programs are very cumbersome to write. The first computer language that used words based on the English alphabet was known as assembly language. This language used mnemonic code to represent each machine language instruction. Second generation software, 1959 to 1965. In the second generation, high-level languages were developed. These languages allowed the programmer to write instructions using more English-like statements. Two more languages, Fortran and COBOL, developed during this generation. A program written in these languages can be translated and run on any machine using translating program called a compiler. Third generation software, 1965 to 1971. During the third generation, an operating system and utility programs such as loaders and linkers were also developed. These utility programs were refined and put under the direction of the operating system. This group of utility programs, the operating system and the language translators, assemblers and compilers Chapter 2, Windows Explorer. Chapter Overview. Introduction. Starting the Windows Explorer. The Windows Explorer window. Windows Explorer window elements. The Windows Explorer views. Files and folders. Introduction. Windows Explorer is a utility program that is used to view the contents of files as well as to manage or organize and controls the files and folders of the different storage systems at our disposal, such as the hard drive, disk drive, etc. It is also known as the file manager or file viewer. Through it, we can delete, see, copy, or move files and folders. Starting the Windows Explorer. You can open the Explorer as follows. Click on Start, All Programs, Accessories, Windows Explorer. The Windows Explorer window. The Windows Explorer window consists basically of two sections. On the left side, there is the directory tree, which is the list of units and folders, and on the right side, there is another section, which will show the content of the folder that we have opened on the left section. Windows Explorer window elements. Back-forward buttons. Up button. Menu bar. Standard toolbar. Search button. Title bar. View button. Folder button. Address bar. Status bar. Title bar. It shows the name of the folder we are viewing. Menu bar. It contains the menu that allow us access to all the operations within a file or folder. Standard toolbar. It contains the buttons for the most used operations. If this bar is not visible, click View menu, Toolbars, Standard buttons, Back or Forward buttons. The back button allows us to go to the last page that we have seen. The button next to it allows us to move on one page forward. Up button. It allows you to go up one level, which means going back to the folder we are working with. Search button. It displays a window where we can search for the file we want. Folder button. It shows the folder's structure on the left side of the screen. View button. It allows us to change the view on the folders such as details, thumbnails, etc. Address bar. It shows the name of the folder we are working with. If we write a name in the address bar and click on the green arrow, it searches for this name. Status bar. The status bar shows additional information such as size of file or folder, etc. In order to activate it, click View Copying files or folders. 1. Select the file or folder to be copied. 2. Click on Copy or click Edit menu. Copy to folder. It will open a dialog box titled Copy Items. 3. Search for the folder to which you will copy the selected file or folder. Once the folder has been selected, click on Copy. Moving files or folders. Moving a file or folder means copying the element to the desired location and then deleting its original location. The following steps are very similar. 1. Select the file or folder you want to move. 2. Click Edit, Move to Folder, which will open a new window titled Move Items. 3. Search for the folder where the elements are to be moved to. 4. Once the folder is selected, click Move. Arranging folders. 1. Place the cursor on the folder you wish to arrange. 2. Display View menu. Arrange icons by. 3. The menu appears with different styles to arrange the icons. Select. Chapter 3. Formatting Excel Worksheet. Chapter Overview. Introduction. Text formatting. Number formatting. Introduction. You can make your worksheet more presentable by applying various formatting features on cell and cell data. Give your worksheet an attractive and professional look, and can format the cell data using text formatting and number formatting features. Text formatting. Formatting of text includes application of different fonts, sizes, colors, alignment, orientation, etc. These commands make cell data more presentable. 1. Click on Start. All programs, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Office Excel 2007. 2. Select the text and click Home tab, Font section, and then click such as the font type, font size, color, bold, italics, etc. 3. Click the All Borders button to change the border attributes of blocks of cells. Creating custom borders. Select the range of cells and click Home tab, Font group, Border button, More border. In Format cells, Border tab, select the style from the Style option color from the color option and type of border from preset option. Finally, click OK. Adjusting alignment of cell data. 1. Select the cell or range of cells. 2. To horizontally align the text, click Home tab, Alignment Group, Align Text Right or Left or Center button. 3. To vertically align the text, click Home tab, Alignment Group, Top or Middle or Bottom Align button. 4. If the text you type in a cell is longer than the width of the cell, use the Wrap Text button to fit the text by adjusting the size and shape of the cell. 5. If you would like to merge text in adjacent cells, then highlight all the cells and then press the Merge and Center button. Chapter 4 Excel 2007 Formula and Functions. Chapter Overview. Introduction, Formula, Functions, Common Error Messages. Introduction. The MS Excel 2007 interface brings out all the functionality using tabs rather than drop-down menus. The main work area is called a spreadsheet, where you can use features like functions, formulae, plural of formula, etc. on your data. The highlighted cell is called the active cell. We will describe some of the important functions of MS Excel in this chapter. Formulae. A formula is a mathematical expression that evaluates to a single value. It can be used to perform a useful calculation in a cell. A formula consists of the following elements. Constants. It is a number or text value that does not change. Mathematical operators. A mathematical operators specifies a calculation. Common operators are plus, add, minus, subtract, multiplication, and division. Cell references and cell ranges. A cell reference in a formula evaluates to the value contained with that cell. A range of cells can be specified using the colon symbol. A range can contain a row, a column, or a blocks of cells such as A1 column C1, A1 colon A5, and B2 colon C5 specify ranges along a row, a column, and a block of cells respectively. Creating formula. To create a basic formula, use the following procedure. 1. Select the cell in which you would like to insert your formula. 2. All formulae must start with an is equal. Functions. A function is a predefined formula in Excel that you can insert into your formula. Each function is specified by its name and input arguments and evaluates to a single value. Calculating with functions. One or more functions may be specified in a formula to help calculate a desired final value in a cell. The most commonly used functions can be found under Home tab, Editing section, AutoSum button, or the Formulae tab under the Function Library section. Sum function. Sum function adds all the numeric values contained in the cells specified in the input argument. 1. Click on the cell 12 to make it the active cell. 2. Click the Auto Sum button and choose Sum. 3. Highlight cells C2 through H2 with your mouse. Excel will outline the cells in the chosen range. The formula shown in cell 12 will be equals to sum in bracket C2 colon H2, where the function called sum is given the range C2 colon H2 is its input argument. 4. The cell I2 will display final result for the formula. Average function. Average function averages all the numeric values contained in the cells specified in the input argument. 1. Select the cell into which the average formula will be entered. 2. To find the average, click Formulae Auto Sum Average option. 3. Select the range of the cells. 4. Press Enter to view the result. 5. If you want to get the average of other subjects and total marks, drag the mouse while pressing the left button to the right till the column of the total column. Max function. Max function determines the largest numeric value among all the cells specified in the input argument. 1. Select the cell into which the max formula will be entered. 2. To find the maximum value, click Formulae Auto Sum Max option. 3. Select the range of the cells. 4. Press Enter to view the result. Chapter 5 MS Access 2007 An Introduction. Chapter Overview, Introduction, Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access. Opening a new blank database. The Microsoft Access 2007 Screen Elements. Tables. Primary key. Opening an existing database. Closing a database. Exiting Access. Introduction. MS Access 2007 is a program that allows you to organize educational records, maintain departmental information, or coordinate class projects, and the database provides the structure and flexibility you need. You can store all kinds of information in an Access application or database. Use queries to analyze the data and create professional reports with customized layout and graphics. Getting started with Microsoft Office Access. Click on the Start button, All Programs, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Office Access 2007. The Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access screen will appear. Opening a new blank database. 1. On the Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access page, under New Blank Database, click Blank Database. 2. In the Blank Database pane, in the File Name box, type a file name or use the one that is provided for you. 3. Click Create. The new database is created and a new table is opened in Datasheet view. The Microsoft Access 2007 Screen Elements. The Microsoft Access window contains the following elements: Office button, Quick Access toolbar, Title bar, Ribbon, Navigator pane, Status bar. Executing a command from Ribbon. 1. Start Access. 2. Click the appropriate tab for the command. The following table shows the commands available on each tab. The tabs and the commands available change depending on what you are doing. Command tab. Action performed. Home. Select a different view. Copy and paste from the clipboard. Set the current font characteristics. Set the current font alignment. Apply rich text formatting to a memo field. Work with records. Refresh, new, save, delete, totals, spelling, more. Sort, filter and find records. Create. Create a new blank table. Create a new table using a table template. Create a list on a SharePoint site and a table in the current database that links to the newly created list. Create a new blank table in Design view. Create a new form based on the active table or query. Create a new pivot table or chart. Create a new report based on the active table or query. Tables. A table contains data about a particular subject, such as employees or products. Each record in a table contains information about one item. Each row is also called a record, and each column is called a field. Creating a new table in a new database. Click the Microsoft Office button, New. In the file name box, type a file name and click Create. A new table named Table 1 is created and opened in Data Sheet view. Adding a new field to a new table. Type your data in the cell below the Add New Field column header. Note: when you enter data in the new column, MS Access uses the information you type to recognize the appropriate data type for the field. For example, if you type a date in the column such as 1/1/2011, Access recognizes it as a date and sets it for the field to date or time. If Access doesn't have enough information from what you enter, the data type is set to text. Setting data type. 1. On the Data Sheet tab, Data Type and Formatting group, click Data Type. 2. Choose the data type you want. Set a field's data type in Data Sheet view. The table shown below describes the data types available for fields in Office Access 2007. Data type, store, size, text, alphanumeric characters, used for text or text and numbers that are not used in calculations. Up to 255 characters. Memo. Alphanumeric characters longer than 255 characters in length, or text with rich text formatting. Up to 1 gigabyte of characters or 2 gigabytes of storage. Number. Numeric values, integers or fractional values. Used for storing numbers to be used in calculations. 1, 2, 4 or 8 bytes or 16 bytes. Date or time. Used for storing date or time values. 8 bytes. Currency. Monetary values. Used for storing currency. 8 bytes. Auto number. A unique numeric value that Access automatically inserts when a record is added. Used for generating unique values that can be used as a primary key. 4 bytes or 16 bytes. Yes or no. Boolean values. Used for true or false fields that can hold one of two possible values. Yes or no, or true or false. 1 bit in bracket 8 bit setting or changing the primary key. 1. Open the table in Design View. 2. Select the field or fields you want to use as the primary key by clicking the row selector for the field you want, or for multiple fields, hold down the Control key and then click the row selector. 3. On the Design tab in the Tools group, click Primary Key. A key indicator is added to the left of the field or fields that you specify as the primary key. Removing primary key. 1. Open the table in Design View. 2. Click the row selector for the current primary key. If the primary key consists of a single field, click the row selector for that field. If the primary key consists of multiple fields, click the row selector for any field in the primary key. 3. On the Design tab in the Tools group, click Primary Key. The key indicator is removed from the field or fields you previously specified as the primary key. Note: when you save a new table without setting a primary key, Access prompts you to create one. If you choose Yes, Access created an ID field that uses the auto number data type to provide a unique value for each record. If your table already includes Exit
Chapter
command
6
works on
QBasic
with loops and graphics. Chapter overview. Introduction. Loops in QBasic. Exiting loops. QBasic graphics. Introduction. QBasic is a very simple programming language. It was developed in 1987. It is a light version of QuickBasic. The best aspect of QBasic is that it has close resemblance to English language. This chapter introduces the simple concepts of looping and graphics commands of QBasic. Loops in QBasic. Loops make it easier to do an action multiple times. There are at least 4 types of loops: if, goto, while, end, do, loop, for, next. If, goto. This program uses if, goto to create a loop. Syntax: if, condition, then goto, statement. See the example shown below. While, end. The while, wend command continues a loop until a specified expression is false. Syntax: while, condition, statement, end. See the example shown below. Do loop. Do loop is exactly the same as while, wend, except it has at least 2 slight advantages. 1. Loop until an expression is true. 2. Loop at least one time regardless of whether the expression is true or not. Syntax: do, while, or until. Condition: loop. For, next provides an easier way to create a loop. Syntax: for counter equals to start to end step increment. Next counter. Set the example shown below. Tip: the X after next is optional unless you have a loop within a loop. Also, you can use the step attribute to specify how much X will be increased each time through the loop. See the example shown below. Exiting loops. The exit commands lets you break out of a for or next or do or loop construct in the middle of the code. This would be used when you want to stop the loop prematurely. Syntax: exit, for, do. See the example shown below. Important note: exit command works only with the do, loop, or for next commands. QBasic graphics. Graphics commands are used to show graphics images on the QBasic screen. Screen command. To show graphics, you must use the screen command. Screen command sets the graphics mode. There are 13 screen graphics mode in QBasic. Screen 0 is for text mode only. Syntax: screen, screen number. Screen, specification. Screen 0, text mode only 80x50 text format. codes. Introduction. HTML is a computer language devised to allow website creation. These websites can then be viewed by anyone else connected to the internet. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext is the method by which you move around on the web. By clicking on special text called hyperlinks, which bring you to the next page. Markup is what HTML tags do to the text inside them. For example, italicize the text. HTML is a language as it has code words and syntax like any other language. How does HTML work? HTML consists of a series of short codes called tags typed into a text-based document such as Notepad, MS Word or MS Perfect, etc. The text is then saved as an HTML file and viewed through a browser like Internet Explorer or Netscape Navigator. Creating, saving and viewing an HTML document. Perform the following steps to create and save HTML document using Notepad text editor. 1. Chapter 7. All programs, accessories, introduction, Notepad, chapter Notepad window appears. Introduction. How does HTML work? Tags and elements in HTML documents. HTML attributes. HTML document structure. Rules for HTML codes. Introduction. HTML is a computer language devised to allow website creation. These websites can then be viewed by anyone else connected to the internet. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext is the method by which you move around on the web. By clicking on special text called hyperlinks, which bring you to the next page. Markup is what HTML tags do to the text inside them. For example, italicize the text. HTML is a language as it has code words and syntax like any other language. How does HTML work? HTML consists of a series of short codes called tags typed into a text-based document such as Notepad, MS Word or MS Perfect, etc. The text is then saved as an HTML file and viewed through a browser like Internet Explorer or Netscape Navigator. Creating, saving and viewing an HTML document. Perform the following steps to create and save HTML document using Notepad text editor. 1. Click Start. All programs, accessories, Notepad. The Notepad window appears. 2. Click File, New to create a new document. 3. Click File, Save As to save an HTML document. 4. Enter the file name in the file Chapter 8 HTML Tags, Elements and Attributes. Chapter Overview. Introduction. The body tag. Formatting the text. Skipping lines. Headings. Horizontal rule. Background color. Introduction. As we have learnt in the previous chapter that HTML pages are made up of two distinct parts, the head part and the body part. The head part contains things that won't appear on your page, such as title that appears at the very top of your browser window when you view the page. The body section is the main part of our web page. Everything between those two tags will be visible on your page. The body tag. The body tag encloses all the tags, attributes and information that you want to display on your website. Almost every command takes place between the body tags. Create and view below shown web page on your computer by performing the following steps. 1. Click Start. All programs, accessories, Notepad, then File, New to create a new document. 2. Click File, Save As and enter the file name in the file name box with the extension .htm or .html and click the Save button. 3. For viewing HTML document, open Internet Explorer, click File, Open, Browse. 4. Select the HTML file you want to open and click Open. OK. Formatting the text. The basic formatting tags used in HTML are as follows. B tag defines bold text. Big tag defines big text. EM tag defines emphasized text. U tag underlines the text. I tag defines italic text. TT tag shows text in traditional typewriter fonts. Small tag defines small text. Strong tag defines strong text. Sub tag defines subscript text. Soup tag defines superscript text. Note: give BR tag to separate each line. Try the example shown in below screen. Text formatting with font attributes. The font tag allows us to change the size, typeface and color of the text. Font size attribute describes the size of the font. It ranges between 1 to 7 and you can also use plus or minus, for example, +2. Example, font size equals to 2, text or font. Font face attributes specifies the typefaces such as Arial. Font color attributes specifies the color of the font. Base font sets the text characteristics for the document. Skipping lines. To break each line, two tags are used. These are BR and P tags. BR stands for line break. This is known as any empty element, a tag which does not need an end tag. Just type that and the text will start on a new line, as shown in above the example. P stands for paragraph. It is used for creating paragraphs. Alignment attributes are often used with these paragraphs tags. These are as follows. P align equals to left. P aligns the text at left margin. P align equals to center. P aligns the text at center margin. P align for Chapter 9. What is a computer virus? Chapter Overview. Introduction. What viruses infect? Types of computer viruses. Ways through which viruses enter our computer. Symptoms of a computer virus. Safe computing practices. Popular antivirus programs. Introduction. Computer virus is a kind of malicious software written intentionally to enter a computer without the user's permission or knowledge, with an ability to replicate itself, thus continuing to spread. Some viruses do little harm, but some can cause severe harm or adversely affect program and performance of the system. What viruses infect? Viruses can infect several components of a computer's operating and file system, including system sectors or boot records. Viruses can infect the parts of the system that are used to run programs and perform functions such as startup and shutdown. Files. Viruses can infect program files. These viruses stick to program files such as .com, .exe, .sys, etc. Some viruses hide in the memory of the computer at first, while others simply attack a specific software program such as Microsoft Word. Companion files. Viruses can create companion files that are a special type of file which adds files that run on the hard disk. Macros. Viruses can infect macro or data files. Disk clusters. Viruses can infect files through disk directory. Batch files. Viruses can use batch files to infect a computer. Source code. Viruses can be in additional code that is added to actual program source code. Visual Basic Worms. These worms use the Visual Basic programming language to control a computer and perform tasks. Types of computer viruses. Viruses are characterized by how they infect computers. Some viruses fall into more than one of these categories. Types of viruses include polymorphic viruses. Polymorphic viruses change characteristics as they infect a computer. Stealth viruses. Stealth viruses actively try to hide themselves from antivirus and system software. Fast and slow infectors. Fast and slow virus infect a computer in a particular way to try to avoid being detected by antivirus software. Sparse infectors. Sparse infectors don't infect very often. R-mode viruses. R-mode viruses are programmed to make eradication difficult. Multipartite viruses. Multipartite viruses are viruses that may fall into more than one of these categories. Cavity. Space filler viruses. Cavity or space filler viruses attempt to maintain a constant file size when infecting a computer in order to try to avoid detection. Tunneling viruses. Tunneling viruses try to tunnel under antivirus software while infecting. Camouflage viruses. Camouflage viruses attempt to appear as a begin program. Virus droppers. Virus droppers are a special category of program that place viruses on computers but are not by themselves an actual virus. Ways through which viruses enter our computer. These are several ways through which viruses enter our computer. From floppy disk. Be very careful about putting a floppy Kaspersky Antivirus. Kaspersky is a Russian-based company that also provides software which can be used to find and prevent viruses and spyware on a user's computer. Let us revise. A virus is a malicious program that is created by anti-social programmers in order to corrupt the computer and computer program. Chapter 10 Internet-Based Communication. Chapter Overview. Introduction. Instant Messaging or IRC. Internet Relay Chat. Internet Telephony or Voice Messaging. Netiquette. Introduction. The Internet is a communication system that allows computers around the world to communicate and exchange the data with each other. This also allows the users to access their resources such as files, services, or even people. Instant Messaging or IRC, Internet Relay Chat. It is a multi-user, multi-channel chatting system. You can talk through typed messages with either one person or many other people from all over the world using internet while sitting in front of the computer. AOL Instant Messenger, ALM, Microsoft MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, Gtalk, etc. are some IM or IRC programs. Let's learn about Gtalk messaging service provided by Google search engine. Google Talk or Gtalk. Google Talk is an application or software for Windows from Google for Voice over Internet Protocol VoIP and instant messaging. Features: voice chat with another Google Talk user or PC to PC voice calls. Send instant messages. Send voicemail. Send offline messages if the user is offline. Send files or file transfer without any size or speed restrictions. Get Gmail and voicemail notifications on desktop. Chatting with Gtalk. 1. Create an account in Google. After creating the account, download Google Talk software from internet. 2. After installing, open Google Talk by clicking the main or tray icon. 3. Enter your Gmail or Google ID and password in the boxes. Then click Sign In. 4. Add friends or contacts in Google Talk. 5. Click the Add button to add friends or contacts into your Google Talk. 6. In the window, enter your friends or contacts full Gmail ID and click the Next button, Finish. The user will be added to the contact list now. 7. Your friends or contacts need to accept your request before you can start chatting. 8. The friend's contact's name will be displayed in the contacts list. 9. You have to wait till your request is accepted. 10. Once your friend or contact accepts your request, you can start chatting. You will know your friend is online when the small gray dot near each user changes to green. 11. Clicking the friends or contacts name will open the chat window. 12. You can type your message in the white box at the bottom. 13. Pressing enter key will submit or send the message. You will see a keyboard icon inside the box when your friend or contact is typing the message. Internet telephony or voice messaging. Internet telephony software essentially provides free telephone calls anywhere in the world. PC to PC internet telephony can be used by hooking up a microphone to your computer and sending your voice through a modem to a person who has internet telephony software. Cool Talk, net meeting, IP telephony, voice over the internet Chapter 11, Introduction to Microsoft Publisher 2007. Chapter Overview, Introduction, Starting Microsoft Publisher, Creating a Greeting Card, Print Previewing your greeting card, Printing your greeting card. Introduction. Microsoft Publisher 2007 allows you to create professional quality newsletters, brochures, flyers, postcards, calendars, award certificates, etc. Starting Microsoft Publisher. Click on Start button. All programs, Microsoft Publisher 2007. You should now be in the Microsoft Publisher 2007 main screen. On the left side of the screen, you will see the Microsoft Publisher task pane. Creating a greeting card. 1. Click File, New. Under the task pane, click on Greeting Cards. 2. Click the desired topic of your greeting from the mentioned topics. 3. In the right-hand side of the greeting card navigation pane, click on the different layouts tab. Chapter 12, Introduction to PageMaker. Chapter Overview, Introduction, Getting started with PageMaker, Creating a new document, Inserting an image into PageMaker document, Drawing graphic elements, Working with text, Inserting more pages, Saving a document, Printing a document, Exiting PageMaker. Introduction. PageMaker is a desktop publishing program. It is used to create documents with the complex layout of text and graphics, such as brochures, pamphlets, newsletters, flyers, reports, etc. It offers certain functionalities of graphic programs and is therefore more suited to organizing pages compared to a word processing program, especially while including graphics, images in the document. Getting started with PageMaker. Start, All programs, Adobe, PageMaker, Adobe PageMaker 7.0. The PageMaker window will appear. Tools palette. This window displays the following tools that are used for drawing, entering and editing text, selecting and dragging objects on the page and zooming in and out of the page. We have to click on a particular tool icon to select that tool. Tools is in the tool palette are as follows. 1. Pointer tool. Select Move and resize text boxes and graphics. 2. Rotate tool. Used to select and rotate text boxes and graphics. 3. Line tool. Used to draw straight lines in any direction. 4. Rectangle tool. Used to draw rectangles and squares. 5. Ellipse tool. Used to draw ellipses and circles. 6. Polygon tool. Used to draw polygon shapes. 7. Hand tool. Used to navigate the desktop and text hyperlinks. 8. Text tool. Used to type, select and edit text. 9. Crop tool. Used to trim graphics. 10. Constraint line tool. Used to draw vertical or horizontal lines. 11. Magnify tools. Used to magnify or reduce the area viewed. Frames. Used to draw placeholders for text or graphics. PageMaker Tools window. This window can also appear as a shelf on the top of the main PageMaker window. It displays additional PageMaker tools. Control palette. This window is used for making precise changes in the text and graphics. Style and Colors palette. This window displays the predefined paragraph styles and colors. Plugin palettes. Example, Picture palette. This window contains the links to ready-made graphic images that can be inserted into the document. We can minimize these windows at any time if the screen gets too cluttered. Creating a new document. On starting PageMaker, you will see a screen offering you a variety of initial choices of templates upon which to base your publication. In our case, we will start with a blank presentation. Close the Templates options screen by clicking on the Close button located on the top right corner of the screen. 1. Click File, New. A dialog box showing the document setup similar to shown beside will appear. 2. Here we can specify the page dimensions, orientation, margins, number of the pages, etc. Set the inside margin to 1, all other margins to 0.75 and the page size to letter. 3. When done, click OK. A new document is created. Inserting an image into PageMaker document. Saving a document. To save a document in PageMaker, follow the given steps. 1. Click File menu. Save. A Save Publication Untitled 1 dialog box will appear. 2. Here you specify the name and location of your document to be saved. 3. After specifying, click Save button. Printing a document. To print a document, 1. Click File, Print. The Print dialog box will appear. 2. Here you can specify your printer name, number of copies to be printed, page ranges, orientation of your document.